Do you understand the difference between right and wrong?
No, I don't, but I would like to know more in the future.
What don't you understand?
I understand right, but I do not understand wrong.
John and Zach came to make a documentary about our world. We all have something called autism, and they want to know what it's like.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
You might think we're strange. You might not like us. Sometimes we get angry.
Your obsessions seem to turn into worries. Or your worries seem to turn into obsessions.
We're born like this and we'll always be different. We want to live in the real world, not the autistic world, but it's hard. This is our story. I wonder what you'll think of us.
I want you to make me normal. I want you to make me normal. I love you to make me normal. I like to be normal. I love to fucking kill myself. Sorry.
Spa School's one of the largest state schools in Britain for children with autism.
We teach children that they are autistic. I believe very strongly that if they don't know they're autistic, that if they don't know that this was a disability they were born with, that this disability causes them this huge stress, often anger, then they will think of themselves as a bad person. I think they need to know that that's caused by the autism.
Why are you blackmailing me?
Autism's a condition of the mind, and it affects over 500,000 people in this country.
There are some parts of the brain which seem a little bit different from other people's brains.
It makes these children struggle with so many things we take for granted. For them, everyday life can be endlessly confusing, and they'll often find comfort in routine, repetitive behaviour and obsessive interests.
Mr. Messy, Mr. Greedy, Mr. Sneeze, Mr. Strong, Mr. Davy, Mr. Fuzzy, Mr. Worry, Mr. Uppity, Mr. Dizzy, Mr. Topsy-Turvy, Mr. Muddle, Mr. Mean, Mr. Nosy.
Autism can take away the imagination needed to understand how others are feeling. And the constant battle with reality leads to frustration and anxiety.
It's killed my happiness. I've been happy before.
Autism covers a wide range of behaviour. Some of the children at Spa School rarely speak. Others show no outward signs of disability. We spent months filming with some of the more able students, and they showed us a world more complex and fascinating than we could have imagined.
The real world is much better than the autistic world. It's got trees, estate agents, shops, places where you can go out for meals, job centres, you name it, it's got it all.
Manya's 12 years old, and he's been at Spa School for a year. He hates his disability and tries to deny it. Why are you at Spa School?
Because they made a mistake and put me here.
In fact, Manya has a form of autism called Asperger's syndrome. Children with this form of autism seem less severely affected because they have more normal speech and are often above average intelligence.
My ambitions for the future, I want to go to Oxford, and then I want to be an astronaut, the first person on Mars, and then I want to be an Egyptologist.
Manya's autism can cause outbursts of anger and frustration. According to the school incident log, his behaviour is more challenging than any other pupil in the school.
Manya, on the 12th of September, refused to comply, unsafe and disruptive behaviour, hitting staff, damaging property.
Oh was fed up with this
Do you know what? Well, I'm not fed up. Put the brake in. You know how to do it.
What?
Okay, you just...
You just don't care, do you?
Only refusing to work, beginning to upset others, tearing up the work of others. Damaged the property, threw the radio to the floor, throwing the kettle. That was here, throwing the kettle through my computer. Tearing up plants, destroying trees. Finally picked up a garden fork.
So I'm going to waste my plate on. The only plate I'm actually having, you're rolling it. Okay, I'm at Spa School because some people think I've got Asperger's. Okay, I'm at Spa School because I've got Asperger's.
Roy's 18 and in his last year at school. Like many people with autism, he has an obsessive interest in one subject. For Roy, it's EastEnders, especially Vicky Fowler.
I first saw Vicky Fowler on EastEnders 23rd of January 2003 on a Thursday at 7:57 at the time. I remember exactly what she was doing. She came in the house, she bent down the fridge and got a drink of lilt at the fridge, and she had it in her hand and she went, "Hello."
Roy can talk about EastEnders for hours. He's memorised the birthdays of every actor and of the character they play. We wondered if he realised this might seem strange.
I think I'm a little bit different.
In what way?
The way I say things or talk about things, like if I talk about EastEnders for too long, people might think I'm giving myself away. I'm a bit strange or unusual to someone else because I'm talking about it for so long that they think there should be a little break and talk about something different. Do you think that's right?
This is one of my greatest outfits. It looks hip-hop, good, wicked and urban.
Roxanne's 13. She's interested in clothes, music and magazines. What she really wants is a friend. But Roxanne's autism makes friendship very difficult. Her behaviour is often inappropriate.
Sorry.
She finds everyday life confusing and threatening. And she came to Spa School with a history of attacking staff and harming herself.
You know what autism means?
Yes.
Can you help me to cope with autism?
Yes.
How?
I don't want to be hurt.
No.
Not nice, is it? Don't throw it because it's dangerous.
Although Roxanne wants to be filmed, she finds it very difficult.
Come with me.
That's for you.
Roy wants to talk to us about his videos of EastEnders. Recently, he started to destroy his collection because they're not perfectly labelled. To help us understand this obsessive behaviour, Roy said we could watch him labelling his tapes. What happens if you don't label the tape in the way that you want?
I get angry with the video and I stamp on it and I snap it in half and I put it in the bin and it stresses me out. Oh yeah, no, that's all right. Nothing. Do you think that's wrong or bad?
What's happened?
Do you think I've done it right like that, to do it all capital letters and none small?
I think that's fine.
And is the A clear? Does it look like an A or does it look like sign cuts? The second letter?
That looks like an A.
Nothing, doesn't look like anything else but an A?
I think so.
Yeah. When you say you think so, that means...
Definitely.
Definitely. I'm a little bit worried now because I think I've done wrong by putting it there. It's more overlaps a bit. And I want it to be a bit like there maybe. Oh no! Oh!
I've done it. Oh, I've done it again.
So is that tape finished now?
To me, yeah. I'm sorry. I just wish I wasn't autistic, you know? Then my life would be a bit, maybe, easier. A little bit easier.
All the children at Spa School have autism, but it affects their behaviour in different ways. In Manya's case, his inability to understand other people's points of view leads to frustration and bad behaviour.
I said keep your hands to yourself, didn't I? Okay, we're gonna need to talk at the end of this lesson, okay, when everyone else has gone. Because you're gonna get out of control.
Sorry.
No, we're gonna have a
No.
But Manya has more to contend with than autism. 3 weeks into term, his mother died after a long battle with cancer.
He didn't believe she would die. He's been used to Mum going in and out of hospital. And he's used to her recovering and coming home. So he thought that would be the case. He thought she would recover and she would come home.
Of course, I thought she was going to come out of hospital, but suppose nobody lives forever. 51, as a matter of fact. As I said before, I'm only 12. But, as I said, life must go on, and I'm sure she wouldn't want me to be miserable all my life, so I won't be.
I can't imagine how muddled his thinking will be, but his thinking will be incredibly muddled. He's disadvantaged instantly because he can't empathise. He doesn't have the flexibility of thought to understand what other people will be feeling too, nor does he have the ability, because of the communication difficulties, to really describe what he's feeling.
Now, just one more item, and I think I've just about got it. Indeed, I have completed the SIF interceptor.
For people with autism, their special interest is a safe place they can retreat to when the world is too difficult. Manya's special interest is Star Wars.
And there you go, a perfect and successful flight.
It's hard to tell how Manya's feeling. All he talks about is Star Wars.
Yes.
He's struggling at school, and one of the teaching assistants arranges an outing. The new DVD of Star Wars has just been released, and the actor who played the robot C-3PO is signing copies.
Hi, C-3PO.
Who are you?
My name is Manya, and I'm your #1 biggest fan.
You're my #1 big... I thought I was my #1 biggest fan.
And also, I'm the biggest fan of Star Wars in this room, because I know a lot.
Do you?
A lot. What's it like when you're on the back of Chewbacca?
So which is your favourite film then?
Oh, I think it would be the last one. It's quite interesting with the Return of the Jedi. Well, Jabba the Hutt gets killed,
yes.
And also Han Solo gets freed. Quite very good. And one thing I must admit is...
Are you with him? Where's the off switch? So, you really do know about this stuff, don't you?
Yep, and I like it a lot.
Good. Well, you are a superstar yourself, so enjoy the DVD.
Cool blaster, mate.
Don't watch it all at once. Get away.
I have no friends around my area hardly. Only one person that talks to me now and again. It says, hello, how are you? How are you? Hello, how are you? Hi Esther, how are you? Only one friend, that's all I have. Why are you playing on your own? Why are you playing on your own? Why are you playing on your own? They made fun of me, you know, before in the park. Oh. They took the mick out of me.
John, take a picture.
For once, Roxanne's keen to be filmed. She wants to introduce us to her new friend, Liam, one of the boys in her class. But Roxanne's friendships are volatile.
She doesn't understand what's at the very heart of relationship making, and that's because of her autism. So she doesn't know how to start off a conversation, how to continue a conversation, how to give, how to take. And yet she wants to. She so wants to be a normal adolescent girl, and that's hard enough, heaven knows, without adding the autism.
A couple of days later, Roxanne's sent to Jude's office after attacking Simon, one of the teaching assistants in her class.
When you started at this school, you had some bad times. You hurt some staff quite badly, and then you stopped doing that because you began to feel comfortable that we would always love you, always work with you. And we do, don't we? Tell me why you're cross with Simon.
Because I thought he was stealing my friend away.
Right. Why do you feel that?
Because he was telling Liam to sit down with him.
Right. Okay. Roxanne, he's not trying to make a friendship with Liam. He's working with him, helping him. So there, we're the staff, you're the students. So when Simon wants to work and help Liam, he's not trying to take away your friendship.
You sure?
I'm quite sure. I'm absolutely sure. You may not be able to understand that very well because of your autism. That's the problem, Roxanne. That's why you have this problem at the moment, because you're not understanding that well. Who comforts you when you cry?
My mum's cushion.
Your mum's
cushion? Yeah, one that she slept. You're the one that she always slept with, and I shall never sleep with it without it under my head.
Good.
So.
If ever you need to cry at school, it's okay.
Really?
Of course it is. You may not want to do it in front of the other children because they'd be silly, wouldn't they? Do you like to have a hug when you cry or not?
Well, I just hug my mum's cushion. It's quite a weird cushion, so it's got like arms, so I hug that.
I'm sure that helps.
Indeed.
Okay.
I don't like to be treated like a child, Lillian, because I'm not a child, Lillian. I'm an adult, Lillian.
Are you telling
Lillian, I'm an adult. That's what I believe. In my mind, I'm an adult. That's what I am. I don't like being called a child. It offends me. It offends me being called a child. It offends me badly.
In a few months, Roy will leave school and the protection that SPA offers.
If you're under 18, you're a child. 16, 17, still a child. Okay, 16's a big child. It's a big kid. But 18's not a big kid. 18's an adult. 16, you're an adult for some things. You can smoke at 16. So it's an adult for smoking, but not an adult for drinking beer.
People with autism rely on routine to order their lives. Many of Roy's lessons are to help him deal with an unpredictable world. Changes are difficult, and it's amazing to see the effect of even a small change.
So, new boss, P12, what's it doing there? It's new. They put P12 on there, Lillian.
A new bus route has started, and it's enough to throw him completely off balance.
It's a bus. What's a P12 doing there? There's no P12. Fuck's sake, man. It's a P13, not P12. It's supposed to be... Oh, fuck you. Fuck. Fuck off. You bitch. Fuck off. People looking at me, man. I don't know why I keep getting stressed out. It's like I can't control it or anything. It's like I have no control over what I do. So walk on a little bit. It's like I have no control on what I do. It's like I can't control what I'm doing.
Ah, look.
Ah, look.
Now look, that is the big version which models actually go inside.
Did many relatives stay for long after the funeral? Did they stay?
Well, I saw an uncle I'd never seen before.
Really? Where did he come from?
Butlins.
Oh, right. And how do you feel?
Very upset.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, it's okay.
And you can talk about it if you want. It sometimes helps.
Okay. fine. Look, it's a Lego model of Yoda.
You're going to miss her a great deal, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm gonna speak anonymously, just like they do in the police, just so you don't know who's speaking, sort of. Yeah. I can really show my feelings in here because nobody can see, if you know what I mean.
When was the last time you saw your mum?
In hospital. The day before she died, I visited her. She didn't wake up because she was sleeping. Then the next day, well, I was on the way and my mum passed away 10 minutes before I could get to her. Because of the damn buses and the stupid traffic. And guess what? On the funeral, the weather just rained. But when the funeral actually started, the sun came out. But when the funeral finished, it stopped again. I feel like killing myself. I feel like I'm in suicide because of all the nasty things I'd done to her and that. All the bad, nasty things that I can never say sorry for now.
When I don't get what I want, I come out to be angry and aggressive. And I start hurting people, upsetting people, making them feel angry, them needing to talk to me and saying, what's going on here? You need to calm down now. And I start getting angry. Why should I calm down? Why should I do what you say? Get out my room and go away. I start being aggressive.
Don't touch me.
Calm down, man. Just
Don't tell me to calm down, man. Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Once a problem's lodged in Roy's mind, it seems impossible for him to shake it off. Recently, Roy's become stressed about his relationship with friends in his class. His daily struggle to communicate his own feelings and understand those of others has only one outlet.
The way you're speaking to me like that.
Where's your fucking...
Hey,
what's
wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What are you kicking the girl for? Move! Now what are you kicking the girl for?
Because I'm angry!
What are you kicking the fucking girl for? Don't fucking kick me! I'm what? Come on then! Come on then!
I'll take you on!
Well, come on then! Don't even fucking try. What are you trying to fucking do, man? Fucking bastard! Come on then! Come on! Come on then!
Right, come with me. Right, listen, come with me, yeah? That's mature, you're mature. That's very, very mature.
Eat my bum!
That's very mature. Right, just leave.
Keep away from me! I don't want to talk to you ever again! And see my shit! I'm having a bad day. Jonathan, I can explain what it was. I was upset because I thought, I can't explain it really. It's just, I'm going to be in trouble now, aren't I?
What happened?
Oh, I got upset with Nadia and I didn't mean to hit her. I felt bad. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Like Nadia, I shouldn't have hit her. I shouldn't have kicked her. What have I done? It's because I was angry with... I thought she was having a go at me because I said to her, where's your... my lunch, right? And when I said, so what? Don't talk to me, and then I just got angry. I felt like just punching everyone and spitting, and that's what I do when I'm angry. I just don't know what else to do.
Make you think about your day and how it's gone.
Manya has been taught alone for 3 weeks since his mother's death. But now he's asked to be allowed back into class.
Don't you... Put the glasses down. Put the glasses down.
It soon becomes clear he can't control his behaviour.
The two things that when I say working within our group are not distracting other people and not bullying other people.
If someone bullies you, you expect us to do something about it. If you bully somebody else, we shall do something about it to protect them. And if you won't stop, then you can't be here. I'm very aware how much you're still hurting and how much that's still inside your head. You're looking cross now. Are you cross or not?
Sort of.
Why are you cross?
Don't know.
So it seems to me that if things are hurting that badly and you can't manage, you need to be taught separately again.
No. I'm fine in the classroom.
You're not fine. You're not fine. You had a brilliant day on Monday, but yesterday afternoon was awful. So you can't manage in the classroom, and I won't put the other students through it. You will be excluded again if this continues.
Fine.
You have to pay your money.
Come here, please. Don't get your coat on. Put the pen down, don't get your coat on. Hurry up.
Simon!
Ow! Are you okay?
Don't sit in the social area, please. I saw that.
What?
Social area. Don't sit in the social area.
What?
I saw what you did. Don't pretend. Go sit in the social area.
What?
Okay. You were out there because you were messing around.
Yes,
Okay, and
I know.
we spoke about it.
I know.
You came back in.
Yes.
And then what did you do? As you're standing up by the table.
accidentally.
It wasn't an accident.
Yes,
Don't
it
tell
was.
lies. I'm not stupid.
It
I
wasn't
saw.
an accident.
Listen. Stop. Sit down a minute, please. Okay.
Leave me alone.
Sit down a minute. If
No.
you run out the door, it's your break time gone.
Fuck you, bastard.
All right, fine. That's exactly what's going to happen tomorrow.
The next day, Manya is excluded from school for a week.
Sometimes I wake up and think it's the end. I've got nothing left. I don't think, sometimes I think that there's nothing left. What is worth living, because I don't have much teenage life. What's worth living, I used to say when I was 14. What's worth living for when you've got no friends, nothing? I look at everybody else and I think, what have I got? They've got more than me. It's not fair.
Since his mother's death, Manya has been unable to control his behaviour. He's been excluded from school for a week. If Manya continues to hit out at other pupils and staff, he'll be permanently excluded.
He's never made it through to the end of a term before he came here. He still finds it pretty difficult here, but before he was always excluded temporarily before the end of term, because the end of term is so difficult for him because the routine changes. He needs routine.
I'm really angry with Jude, and when I get back into school, I'm going to punch her lights out. Or maybe I'll push her down the stairs, don't know, whatever fits me right. Or blow up probably won't work. You need a wooden steak or garlic to defeat Jude.
How do you think you got Asperger's syndrome?
I think I bumped my head when I was young.
Can you ever get rid of it?
Well, I could try, bumping my head really hard against a brick wall.
Do you think you're crazy?
Yeah. So everybody I've ever met, well, most of the people I've met think I'm crazy.
What would it be like being a normal kid?
I don't know.
After months of filming, it's becoming clear that although people with autism are different, many want the same things as most of us. And Roy is no exception.
I've wanted a girlfriend since the year 2000. About July, August 2000. I find it hard to talk to girls. I feel a bit shy. Wonder what they're going to say.
What sort of things do you say when you try and talk to them?
Hello, what's your name? My name is Roy. How you doing, all right? Have you been here before? I haven't, or I have. That sort of thing. I'm just desperate for a girl.
Roy already has someone in mind, a girl called Kirsty at his swimming club. Everyday life already throws up so many questions for Roy. We can't help wondering how he'll handle a relationship.
We were holding each other's hands like that on the bus, like that. Just holding each other's hands, you know, like that. We were holding each other's hands.
Have you held many girls' hands?
Not really, not for a long time. In fact, never. I think she's beautiful, but she doesn't think she is. I said to her, I think you are. Maybe to someone else you're not beautiful, but to me you are.
Is it exciting?
Yeah, exciting. It's kind of happy as well. It's happy.
So if Kirsty phoned you up on Sunday and said, can we meet, but she wanted to meet the same time as the EastEnders omnibus was on, what would you do?
I'd say, forget about EastEnders. Meeting you is more important.
Good for you.
Yeah. Do you think it mattered if you miss a little bit of EastEnders, or I don't think it mattered.
But, as ever with autism, there's a complication. Grant, another boy at the club, also seems to be close to Kirsty.
That's tricky. Grant, that's tricky. She wants 2 boyfriends, that's what she said.
Is that all right with you?
Yeah. Would it be right for some people or not? I don't mind though. I honestly don't mind. I don't want to lose her or anything. I don't mind. I know not everyone would mind, would they? Would they?
Yeah, can you do your maths first and then we talk about it later? I think it's important that we have a chat later.
Roxanne is happiest working with Onka, her favourite teaching assistant.
Totally ready.
But the more Roxanne learns about her autism, the more distressed she's becoming.
I would like you to tell me if you know what's going on. Perhaps you don't even know yourself, I'm not sure. No, the letters are very big and it reads autism. Is that right? Since when did you know that you've got autism?
I don't even know what autism is.
How old?
Shit! And I was when I was fucking 6 years old.
No, I ask again, how old were you when you learned that you had autism?
When I was 6 years old.
Put it down. 6 years old? That's been a long time.
Yeah. I know the middle finger, I know the swearing, I know the kicking, I know the punching, I know the kick.
Yeah, I know.
I know the upsetting. I feel awfully guilty.
Guilty of what?
Guilty of being born like this. I just wish I was never like this.
As we teach them about their autism, they do understand the awfulness of it. They do understand the magnitude of it and that they've got something that they have to deal with all of their lives, and it's very, very difficult.
You know what happens if you hate somebody so much and you can't get it out of your head?
We teach them in the 7 years they're here how to deal with their stress and their anger. They're bound to feel anger. I would, if I'd been dealt that.
That's great. There we go.
We're going to make some music, going to make some music, going to make some music on Thursday afternoon. I think we'll start with Onka. Hello, Onka. Looking? Hello, Onka. Hello, Uncle, it's nice to see you here. Hello, Liam. Hello, Liam. Hello, Liam, it's nice to see you here. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Matthew, it's nice to see you here. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Rachel, it's nice to see you here. We're going to make some music. Going to make some music. Going to make some music on Thursday afternoon.
We'd left Manya with a video diary camera, hoping it would be easier for him to talk to a machine.
Hi, my voice is gone. It's fine because I miss my mum very much. Very, 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 very much. It's weird. I feel painful for the things I did to her home. But once I caused her so much stress and pain, she even cried sometimes. And I don't want to feel, but it's my fault that she isn't with me today. Whatever you do, remember, if there's any people out there who don't like their mums or any of their parents, just know they won't be there forever. I know that now. I used to think that my parents should be with me forever. I am wrong. I was wrong. I was
We're going to look at how you're getting on with staff, and then how you're getting on with your work.
Back at school, Manya still wants to be with his classmates.
Okay, Thursday was a better start in the morning, okay, and then lesson 3 we had a bit of a dark incident there. Let's have a quick look.
To help him, Freddie, his teacher, is working out a personal timetable.
So it looks like after break, you get a bit excited, and then you find it difficult to calm down. Okay, for you, your target, look at the board, please. Okay, work independently, you read the rest for me.
Work independently without interrupting others, listen to staff and cooperate with enthusiasm.
Okay, understand that?
Yeah.
If Manya can't control his temper, he could be permanently excluded.
Yeah. I know how to do a normal kiss, but it's not as when you put your tongue in the girl's mouth.
Not always. People choose. You can
But how do you snog? Is it
like.
if I snog you, would I be able to do it? Is it hard or easy? Would it be hard or easy to do?
Well, don't sort of.
Is it that? I can't do it. I don't do it.
Well, I would start off not doing it and then just see what happens.
But it comes natural to me when I do it.
Yes.
Is it easy? You just put your tongue in the mouth.
It's pretty easy.
Just go.
Yeah.
And then...
Some boys don't fancy me back, and I find it very hard to understand that they don't fancy me back. They only like me as a friend, but I want them to be my boyfriend, but they don't want that, and I don't understand that. I just think that it's all right to start a relationship with someone even if they don't want it. Maybe I'm in the wrong. Maybe I'm in the wrong. Because I don't understand it, because I've got autism. That's a thing I might need to work on, understanding what other people feel.
Roy believes Kirsty might kiss him this week. But she spends all her time with Grant.
That girl Kirsty, could you see I was kind of come to tears? Could you see? What's that called when you feel like that?
You felt like crying?
Yeah. Hurt. What's that called when you feel? What's it called when you feel crying? What's it called? What's that emotion called?
Upset.
Upset and angry. I feel jealous, like she likes him more than me, but I don't think that's true. I think she likes us both just the same. What do you think?
Who is she sitting next to?
Grant. But when I do sit next to her, she does like it.
Do you think she knew you were upset?
Yeah. Hurts. Not like being kicked hurt, but there's different kinds of hurt in there. Hurt in the mind. Hurt in the mind.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
No! If it was even Harry said something really bad to him, Harry said a thing to him.
No, don't hurt anyone.
Harry's not said a thing to him.
Don't hurt anyone.
Always next week.
Mania's been put on a weekly reward system. His latest target is not to hit anyone.
You can do it.
Being autistic, he takes this very literally.
Luckily for you, Neil and Leslie stopped you hitting Harry. If you'd have hit Harry, what would have happened?
I'd lost my trip.
You'd have lost your trip. And would that have
But
been worth it?
No, but I tried my best this week not to hit anybody.
You've tried your hardest, but you're very lucky they stopped you. But really, I would expect you not to try to hit anyone, not just to be stopped by staff. But when you first came here, when you got in a strop, when you were angry, it took hours sometimes for you to be thinking sensibly.
I used to hit a lot more people.
You used to hit a lot more people, including me. But now, you're hitting fewer and fewer and fewer people. It's getting better and better every day. But now you've got to really try hard so you don't lose your reward money here. Boy, is he ever getting there. But he's clearly very, very fragile. But I suppose that's to be expected. But if we can see progress at this rate, then it's worth all the effort. Oh, here, there he is again.
One word and you're down to two. Come on.
Mania's angry with Harry, a boy in his class. But instead of hitting Harry, he's attacking his lunchbox.
Are you prepared to lose your reward?
I'm not hitting anybody else.
Oh, well, I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing this game.
What?
If it means that just because you don't hit someone you can do anything you want, that's not right.
What?
That's not right.
Fine, I won't do it.
You better not, but you've already done it. I mean, it doesn't mean to say
You
just...
said that I'm not going to hit him, I'm not hitting him.
I know, but is that acceptable?
I'm not hitting him.
Is it acceptable? This isn't fair, Manya, and you know it. Just because we've agreed that you'll have your prize because you haven't hurt anyone doesn't mean to say you can do all the other bad things. We handle things in other ways, Manya. That's what you're here to understand. That we handle things in other ways.
Okay.
You're here to help you through all those sorts of difficulties with your feelings. And you're getting better, but don't keep letting me down. It won't take long, and when...
I'm not going over there and saying, I'm sorry, I threw a shoe over, please spank me, no!
You don't have to go and say anything.
What the point of me coming then?
Coming to the end of term, the school's still trying to teach Manya about the consequences of his actions. His autism means Manya still loses his temper, but not as often. He's learning to calm down.
I'm sorry, Wayne.
Hey, and you know what? Hey, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Right? Come on, smile on your face. You're going out today. You've had it. It's done. Finished.
Okay, then.
Have a good day.
Have.
Roy meets us in his favourite cafe. He's been worried about Kirsty two-timing him. We wonder if anything's been resolved.
You know, she doesn't just like that boy as well. She doesn't just like me either. She likes this other boy as well. Did I tell you that?
The third boy?
Third boy.
No.
It's mad, isn't it? It's crazy. That's like a third timer, isn't it? Is that a third timer? Or a fourth triangle? A love triangle with four people. I'm kind of glad that I'm not feeling jealous by myself with this Kirsty girl. I'm glad that that boy Grant's going to be jealous as well, because it then means I haven't got to feel like that on my own. I can feel like that. I can feel like that with someone. I'd rather feel jealous with someone than on my own. Do you see what I mean?
We haven't really filmed with Roxanne since she became so distressed in the playground. Now she wants us to interview her with her friend Liam.
We're not couples, we're friends, okay? We're friends. Gosh, people keep asking us that. Now we're having rumours about it. Me and Liam sitting in a tree, K-I-S-S-I-N-G. We're not K-I-S-S-I-N-G, we're F-R-I-E-N-D-S, okay? Don't say it's Liam.
Don't speak to me like that. You don't need to talk to me in that.
No, I know, it was a joke. Go to hell.
No.
Go to hell.
Never.
I will go to hell.
You're really starting to spoil this.
Oh yeah, I am, sorry.
I'm talking so rudely.
I can't believe I said that to my friend. I'm sorry.
You're not allowed to say that.
I know! I'm not dumb.
I know you're not.
Not only this, it's this. Gosh, I love you, Mia. As a friend.
Yeah.
But look at those ticks. I'm so proud of you. Well done. Well done you. All ticks but 2. That's amazing.
Manya's been through the most difficult months of his life, but he's made it to the end of term.
Let's go and tell Dad the good news, shall we? Hello, Jude Reagan here. Hi. To let you know he's had a really good day.
Hi, Sam. Hello.
Really worked hard, really got on well with other students, and really listened to staff. He wants to have a quick word with you. Is that okay? You pleased? I thought you would be good. Glad to get you up.
Hi. Oh, say, did you hear that? Have my spaghetti bolognese ready for when we get home. I've had a really good day today. And when you come out to see me, smile, yeah? Well, see you soon. Bye.
As for Roy, his time at Spa School is nearly over. Hopefully, he's learnt enough about his autism to succeed in the real world.
I would choose the real world myself. I would like to be in the real world. I would like to be with other people having laughs, jokes, having a drink with them. I think I will be able to if I have more practice and understanding other people eventually. In time, I would say. In time, I'll be able to do it. See you. Thank you for your help on making this autistic documentary.
Click on screen for more videos of extraordinary humans.